Hello, 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 everybody. I know I'm like a minute and a half early, but it beats me being late. Hello, and how is everyone doing on this beautiful Thursday morning? I think I got my days of the week right this time because I think last week I was all off. Hey, sis, how are you? So happy to see you here. So, as you know, or as stated in the title, this is Trivia Thursday. So I have a genre this week, and it's not the phobias. This is movie week. Hey. So we're going to be referencing movies a lot throughout this hour and a couple of minutes that we're here. So, sis, how are you? I know that you're busy, busy, busy right now. But I always want to know how you are. We didn't get to discuss that part of it this morning. I can tell you all that I did go to bed. I took several naps yesterday and I went to bed last night. I woke up about 5 o'clock this morning and I dozed back off probably about 6:30. Excuse me, only to get back up at 7:30. And I've been up since then. I'm not, well, we'll get into that in a second. Okay, so we are at that 12 o'clock hour. Sis, please let me know how you're doing. Um, so we'll start with the all aboard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your Mama Cougar. Looks like I got a lot on my face. I'm so sorry. And y'all, I did wash my face, but we had a little cornstarch issue in the kitchen this morning. I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kitty Lane, that baby boomer from the peninsula in Virginia, and we are here with another Create and Relate for everybody, for all of us, because we have no choice but to go anyway but up. Oh, okay. So for B breakfast, I had two, I guess you can say a whole hot dog, because I had two halves. I had a hot dog on a half a bun and then another hot dog on a half a bun. So, however you want to classify that. I didn't have any dressings on them whatsoever, just straight. Might as well say meat and potatoes because I eat potato bread. So that was my breakfast. For coffee, I've not had coffee yet today. I did have coffee kind of late yesterday, but without a creamer. And you all have spoiled me. And being that I stay in my coffee, I've been able for a little while now to make sure I had the creamer to go with it, but I've just not had the opportunity to go to the store and get it. But I don't think I'm going to have coffee today. However, tomorrow, coffee will be happening. So, what am I drinking then? I've had 2 bottles of water, a couple of sips of what's in here, which is ginger ale, and I have another bottle sitting over here. The reason I don't bring all 4 bottles into my room at one time is because I fear I won't get up and venture out, so it gives me another reason to get up and go out. Um, Now, for the emoji, I know it doesn't sound movie related, but what I would like is either type the word yarn or drop in a ball of yarn. If you will do that for me. And hopefully, while I'm talking about the focus of today and the rest of this week, we'll have more to come in. Because, like I said, it is Trivia Thursday. And I've got some treats for you all. Okay, so the focus for today is to continue to work on the CDC blanket. I am 44 rows from being complete with the second panel. So I can stop talking to you all in percentages and we actually get down to it. 2 more of those, no, 4 of those rows are just the regular rows because I'm doing it rectangle style. And then I start decreasing. So the 44 rows will seem like nothing once I get to the decrease. BB, how are you? I guess I can tell you all over again. I had hot dogs for breakfast, hot dog and potato bread. Um, have not had coffee because we don't have creamer yet. I'm sipping on ginger ale, and I've had 2 bottles of water and 1 more over here, and I have to walk to the kitchen to get the other one. 44 rows from completing the corner to corner panel that we have, and then I will be able to add that shocking color that only you know about, BB. And yes, I'm super excited to get that on, and hopefully Saturday I will be able to show that because the biggest thing was making the panels, the accent color and the border, no problem. So I should be able to have that done by Saturday. I'm hoping. I'm also working on a new pattern. I think I talked to Joan about this, if I'm not mistaken. It was in the Joan or BB. And being that I use the big bottles, I chose this as my model. It works for round bottles as well, and it works very well with the Bath and Body Works bottles, because those are the other bottles that I use. If you notice, there's a hole in the bottom, and that's for like the Bath and Body Works or the circular bottles, where you can turn them upside down. Vivian, how are you? You'll be able to turn that upside down and use them there instead of like I have to do this. Yeah, so you won't have to do that so much with the ones that have the nozzle that will come through the hole. This is going to go up approximately 2 more rows, maybe. And then I'm going to start adding a long latch to it with an opening so that you can feed it through, and you don't need anything else to hang it in the bathroom. You don't need tape, you don't need hooks. It's going to be self-hanging. So I don't remember the little title that I gave it. The Ultimate Shower Aid. Because of course it does work for more than just body wash. It works for shampoo and conditioners. It works for body smoothers. You can always close in the bottom, close in the sides, and use it for your Puma stones or other things that you use in the shower. Leaving the holes in it, however, those things that do have latches on them, these will also help you in latching those on. So, and I'm also writing a pattern for it. Vivian, I'm doing really, really, really well. Now, what else am I working on this week? I am continuing to frog the dress. I no longer have the little yellow ball, so I have done quite much. It's not that easy to do because it has been washed and worn several times. So if you think about it, I started with the coat. No, it was about in here. So imagine all of that being gone up to here. Yeah, imagine that much of it being gone right here. So I am going to continue to work on this. It's not a rush to take it loose. I am going to redo it in a slightly different style. So that's the future for that. BBS said I was going to show you, and I think I showed you all before, what an allergic reaction to epoxy resin looks like on me. You all know it to look like what I have called to you all eczema. It's not eczema. It's actually an allergic reaction. I'm allergic to everything. If you don't know what epoxy resin is a sealer, and it's used on just about everything. It seals in the fibers of your carpets. It's used on furniture toppings to seal in the coats, countertops, finishing on hardware in your kitchen and bathroom. It's in paint. It's in paint thinner. It's everywhere. When I tell you epoxy resin is everywhere, it is literally everywhere. I sleep on epoxy resin. I eat from tools that have epoxy resin on them. It's a sealer. It's a protector, but I'm allergic to it, and that's what it looks like on me. Is it uncomfortable? And how do I get it right here? Well, I have to sit down to wash dishes. So comfortably, the counter is right there. I'm leaning on the counter. And the fact that the water runs down my arm so it stays kind of wet doesn't help. So I'm constantly finding myself putting paper towels or towels underneath. Does it hurt? Sometimes. Being completely honest, sometimes it does. Okay. The next thing I plan to work on this week, I have enjoyed working with this over the past few days. Um, for the remainder of this year, I did not put things like I normally put them. I usually put things in an alphabetical order. This time I did it as it came up, I put it in. So I know as I look forward to next year, it's like a learning tool for me right now. And I know that I will be putting things in alphabetical order, but it's so much fun to be able to go to one particular place and find what I need. And if I don't want to keep flipping pages, I have them in so that I can take out what I need and put it back when I'm done. It especially works today because it's Trivia Thursday. Okay, so with that in mind, if you did not hear, today the genre of trivia will be movies. So what I'm going to do is give you an off kilter. I'm going to tell you the title of the movie without telling you the title of the movie. Okay, let me see if I can think of one. Um, okay, here's one that I did not use. Um, Attractive grown lady. Attractive grown lady. So what think about movies and what would that be? That movie would be Pretty Woman. Attractive, pretty, grown lady, woman. So that's how the movie thing will go. I think we'll have fun. And I also plan to make more cakes. This is all of the yarn that has not gone into the brown CC, and I very carefully put things in so that I can take them out and cake them up. And I do have the brown and I have the ombre. I know they look a hot mess. They look worse than they are. I do have one cake in here. The others are really too small to turn into cakes, except the one. There is one in here that I do plan to turn into a cake. And that's this one. But all of this is a whip. It's a work in progress. You could have gotten it. You just have to let your mind go to a different place. And some of these are so easy. They really, really are. They really are. I promise you. There is one more thing that I wanted to tell you before we go into the guess who. One of the ideas that I had for next year, which is what I call um, the big dumb seasonal blanket. As we move closer and you pick your colors, I said pick up to 3 colors for each season. Um, and that's cool. That's cool. But what I suggest is using blah, 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 cousins, solid colors for your seasons. And if you wanted to use a variegated ombre gradient yarn, use that for your border. But here again, as I always say, in putting colors together, just do it. I'm working on stitches because what I originally thought I wanted to do was all different stitches for different seasons, but I think I want to keep the stitches uniform so that they will also be, it won't just be, the focus won't be just on the color. It'll be on the stitches as well. And it'll all be just as meaningful. I'm thinking about using um, the basket weave, which is double crochets and trebles. And we're not going to be using that many. The V-stitch, the cross stitch, and the iris stitch. So it's basically double crochet. And it's not going to take forever to work up. It's called Big Dumb Seasonal Blanket because it's going to be big. We're going to work it in those panels, trim those panels, and then we're going to border the blanket. It can be a year-long project if that's what you all would like for it to be, but I will give you the tools and you can make it as long, as wide, as humongous as you'd like. But what I'm going to do to show you is I'm going to make a prototype in advance so that I can show you. The prototype, of course, is serving 2 purposes. Y'all know I don't do just to do. I did tell my granddaughter that I would make blankets for the doll babies. So I'm making a kind of big one so that all of her doll babies can have a big slumber party under their big dumb seasonal blanket. And that's what I'll be using to show you guys. Kind of excited about it. I'm just waiting for her to get home so she can tell me the colors because I already have the pattern in my head. Okay, now we move to the first fun part, aside from being here, of course. And that is guess who. The only thing I can tell you about this person is that they are an actor. Now, that doesn't mean that they're an actor only. They could be an actor and a spouse. They could be an actor and a member of the WNBA or the NBA or women's indoor football or men's football or soccer. The sky is the limit. But the clue that I will give is that they are an actor. And the 5 intro clues that I give you are movies that this person has been in. Okay. Number 1, Snitch. One of my favorite movies. Number 2, Pain and Gain. Number 3, Rampage. Love, love, love that movie. Number 4, San Andreas. San Andreas. Whoo! Mouth was kind of dry. I'm sorry. How'd I do, BB? And number five, The Mummy. Those movies again, not in order. Snitch, The Mummy, Rampage, Pain and Gain, and San Andreas. Does anyone know who this actor is? Okay. Snitch, he was the guy who actually snitched on the cartel because they got the daughter involved. In The Mummy, he ended up being the Scorpion King. In Rampage, he could talk to animals. In Pain and Gain, of course, typical tough guy. He and was it Mark Wahlberg? I think it was Mark Wahlberg, I believe. Yes, it was The Rock. It was The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. And of course, in San Andreas, he's involved. And I started to put the movie Skyscraper in it. I started to put Fast and Furious up there, but I felt like that was too much of a giveaway. And I was also going to say that he was a member of the WWE. And I'm like, come on, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Okay, so for the health thermometer today, should I have you all guess what my mood is? I'll tell you. Great. And how do I feel today? I feel good. I feel good. I do. So the average of today is a 10 plus because you all always make me feel better. But I couldn't remember him. Senator, he was the main character. Yes, he had to save his daughter. Remember, she had gone somewhere she wasn't supposed to go. Isn't that always the case? Okay, so in the news, serious note, um, even though cyclosporia is trending down in the US, please be careful. Taylor Farm jalapeno dips are being recalled and it's still remaining high on the list. Tracker Joe's frozen fried rice has made its way to the list. Eggs are still on the list. Ground beef is still on the list. So, like I said, don't forget, just type in the search engine recall food or recent recalls. And it'll give you a list of what you want. Do you want medications? Do you want toys? Do you want tools? Do you want food? I always click on the food part because I'm not building anything right now, you know. But always check that. And the biggest things that are happening right now is the cyclospora, glass being found in the food, um, causing salmonella, botulism. So please, yes, frozen blueberries. I did see that on the list. Absolutely. See, somebody's checking. Look at you, baby. We don't even really have to worry about the blueberries so much because my oldest daughter is so allergic to blueberries that if you've been eating them, you can't even really talk to her face to face without some kind of barrier being there. She is severely allergic to blueberries. So we just try to, everybody just stays away from them on this side. Okay, so joke of the day was really, really cute, and it was hard to come up with. So when I was in college, my history professor asked me to name a country without using the letter R. And I said, no way. I'm going to let that resonate for a second. I kind of liked it a lot. I did. In case you didn't get it, it's Norway, but to leave the R out, it's no way. Okay, so the Knowledge Nugget campaign, um, no one is participating as of now. I promised I would let the month go and see what it did. And if there are no takers by the end of the month, I'll say if there are less than 3 takers by the end of the month, then we will not have it right now. Maybe it'll pick up at another time, once more people learn about it and what it is and what it's all about. Then maybe it'll pick up then. And it's just random questions about you all, about me, about the channel, about life, nothing invasive or personal. Like, for instance, I would ask, and, for those who had been around would know, what type of surgeries did I have this year? Because it wasn't anything bad. I wouldn't ask about my surgery last year because that to me was a little, even though I don't mind telling you, I had the battery replaced to my pacemaker defibrillator. But the surgery that I had this year was that I had um, my toe fixed. They didn't have to cut it open; they just had to cut some of the nail off. So something like that, or um, and the reason I wanted it read before the live is to help you remember how many rings do I wear. You know, um, who is our moderator? You know, who is my sister? How do I greet everybody? How do I say goodbye? Those types of things. Or have you ever heard me say goodbye? There's a secret to that. I will say it to satisfy the ending of a conversation, but I don't like saying goodbye and bye bye. I don't. Um, BB, I feel you because sometimes I don't know the content creator. So I'm right there with you. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're gonna let that ride into the end of the month. And if we have no takers or less than 3, then we're gonna just squash that for right now, put it on the back burner. I will take that whole folder and put it to the back of this book. And maybe at another time, we can do that. If you want to know why I like doing things like that, because I think it keeps it fun and interesting. I think it engages people, and lots of times I like to feel a part of. And I think birds of a feather flock together. So therefore, I think that you all like to feel a part of as well. That's why I have things like Trivia Thursday, and I'm constantly showing you what I'm doing and hoping to get this videoing situation straightened out so that we can make some real videos. At least we got the GoPro to work in. So I'm positioned better and I'm not worried about um, giving you a vertigo if it falls. So we're good there. Okay. What I would like for you all to do at this moment is refresh your chats so that we'll be coming in all together in a timely manner. And in the refreshing for our next emoji, I would like for you to either type the word movie or find the movie reel under the notebook page and send that to me. That will also let me know if you're going to be involved in the trivia. Okay. So we're doing I got movies. All of this is trivia. Oops, I have an extra page. It's only 3 pages and there are only 10 on the page. So it's not bad. Okay, so for the first one, the color of Roger Nelson's precipitation. The color of Rogers Nelson's precipitation. The color of Rogers Nelson's precipitation. And if you don't know it, just put a question mark. You all already have an entry because you're here. Oh, so close. Oh, so close. Okay, the name of the movie was Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Okay. Now you see how it goes. So just listen, but don't think too hard. Okay? Grass colored 5,280 feet. Grass colored 5,280 feet. Okay, I have one answer. Like I said, if you don't know the answer, just put a question mark. We will hear these again. I had too much fun making these up. Okay, so the grass colored 5,280 feet is the Green Mile. The Green Mile. Okay. Horrifying visions while sleeping on this tree's street. Horrifying visions while sleeping on this tree's street. Like I said, maybe just do it. If you're thinking of it, just try it. Horrifying visions while sleeping on this tree's street is Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay. Quiet, quiet, sugary hornets. Quiet, quiet, sugary hornets. I got one answer. Quiet, quiet, sugary hornets. This is really an older movie, and the movie is Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte. I chose Hornets because of the Charlotte Hornets. So, Quiet, Quiet, Sugary Hornets is Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte. Okay. I possess an evenly played female. I possess an evenly played female. And this is one of my favorite musicals. So we've talked about this one. I possess an evenly played female. I see one answer. Okay, that movie is, or that musical is My Fair Lady. Listen, okay, here's one that you all might get. Okay. Wide awake in a popular Washington state, wide awake in a popular city in Washington state. Wide awake in a popular city in Washington state. My favorite song in that one movie is Just You Wait in Regan's till you're sick and you'll scream to get a doctor double quick. I love it. And of course, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plane. Of course. But yes, it is Sleepless in Seattle. Sleepless in Seattle. So do you all get how it's going now? It's it's not, speaking of scenes in the movie, it's not clues about the movie. It's a play on the title of the movie. Like the next one, Astral Hike. Astral Hike. And this one, you're either one or the other. It's the one, not the other. But I go against all laws because I love both of them. No. Okay, I want you all to hear the words, but think about what the words mean. Astral hike. So when you think of astral, what do you think of? Okay, when I think of astral, I think of stars. So star what? Star hike. What's a hike? A walk, a trek, Star Trek. So astral hike is Star Trek. Okay. The color of frozen sky droplets. So what are frozen sky droplets. Okay, so the color of frozen sky droplets is snow white. Okay, Midas touched female youngsters. No, it wasn't snowman. When I asked for the color of course, snow is white, so it was Snow White. Okay, Midas touched female youngsters. What happens to everything Midas touches? And what do you call female youngsters? Female youngsters. They're not just kids. We're distinguishing. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. So a female youngster is a girl or a boy? Female youngster is a girl. Gold girl. Golden girl. Golden girls. Crossover, we're playing trivia. We're doing movie trivia. What I'm doing is I'm not giving clues of the movie, but of the title. I'm like playing on the words of the title. The next one is flawless inclement weather. Flawless inclement weather. And what I'll do, I'll use that one as an example. Flawless, if something is flawless, it's what? Perfect. Inclement weather, bad weather usually refers to a storm. So that would be the perfect storm. That was a good movie too. George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, Alan Payne. I forgot who else. I forgot everyone else's name, but yeah. So the perfect storm. Yes. Okay, now here's one. Don't think too hard. This is more of a definition. Just hear it. At your christening, He promised to take care of you if something happened to me. At your christening, he promised to take care of you if something happened to me. Very good. Yes. The Godfather. Okay. The next one, child's play objects in book form. Child's play objects in book form. What is a child's play object? A child's play object, if you have kids, you step on them all the time, is a toy. A toy in book form is a story. So, Toy Story. Okay, here you go. A winged mammal of the night. A winged mammal of the night. You're right, Legos. Legos are the worst. Legos are and I love them. I love Legos. I love building with Legos, but I cannot stand, just like anybody else, to step on the Lego. Oh, Lord. Okay, the clue once again, winged mammals of the night. Winged mammals of the night. Ooh. Winged mammals of the night is bats. There's a movie called Bats. An older movie, but it's a movie. Okay, literary colorful spectrum. Literary colorful spectrum. I love you, baby. A rainbow is also called a colorful spectrum. Literary. I didn't say it wasn't. I did not say it wasn't true. Literary refers to reading or writing. Reading or writing. Literary colorful spectrum. Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. What about this one? Mandibles. Mandibles. Okay, what are mandibles? I have them, you have them, others have them. I'm not laughing. Mandibles are jaws. These are mandibles. And the name of the movie was Jaws. Okay, how about this one? The beginning of the weekend. The beginning of the weekend. Yes! Friday! Friday! Friday is the name of the movie. And here's another one, hopefully. Saturday, if today is Thursday. If today is Thursday, which it is, then Friday is what? Tomorrow, right? Then what is Saturday? Today is Thursday. Friday is tomorrow. So what is Saturday? No, it's the day after tomorrow. Am I the only one who looks at movies? I just want to know. Suppose I had said something like perished entertainment. And I mean, I call myself, I looked up popular movies. Just so happened a lot of them I had seen. There are a few here I have not seen. Um, hold on. Hold on, maybe not a few. Okay, the Mist. Well, I didn't say that one, but the Mist. Never saw it. Okay, so that was the only one. But there were TV shows too. There were TV shows too. I forgot. Oh yeah, if I said Perished Entertainment, what does perish mean? Usually, the first thing you think of when you think of perish, the first thing I think of is hungry or hunger. Or if I say starvation entertainment, hunger, entertainment, games, Hunger Games. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a good idea. Maybe I didn't think that one all the way through. I apologize. I apologize. You all accept my apologies? I hope it's so. I really hope it's so. No, we didn't go through all 30. Really? Wow. And that was okay. Well, let me ask you this. A lot of celebrities have pseudonames or nicknames. Even though this was a part of his name, he only went by one name. Of course, I speak of Prince Rogers Nelson, but he only went by Prince, and for a while he didn't even go by that. He was the artist formerly known as Prince. If I were to create a trivia based on nicknames or changed names, do you all think y'all could get that one? Like Ving Rhames. His name was not originally Ving Rhames. Trying to think of who else. Leon. That's his first name. Doesn't have his last name in it. Leon played in Feel the Rhythm. Feel the Rain. No, no. It's what's that time? Cool Runnings. He played in Cool Runnings. He also played in Waiting to Exhale. Um, but there are several. Robin Williams wasn't Robin Williams. I forgot what his real name was. But there are several who have come over to America to act who use American names or nicknames or stage names, if you will. Um, so, do you think creating that would be interesting? Because I researched these, y'all. I do. I went through movies yesterday, last night, and this morning, and I'm like, okay, okay. How can we reword? How can we reword this title? How can we bring this element across? So it's not just writing them down. I'm actually putting thought into it and all that good stuff. And I don't mind doing any of it because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerdy nerd. And if it never showed before, I guess this trivia showed it. Yes. Okay. So, that's tabulations. Excuse me, please. You are not telling me how that would be. I need to know. I don't want to go look them up and nobody's going to be able to get them because that's no fun to you guys. My fun comes in looking it all up. But of course, this is for a future one. I know what the next trivia is. I already know what the next trivia is. And I think you all will enjoy that one. So, yeah. Okay. Um, okay, that's my tablet sheet. I have to add that in with the other one. See, I do be keeping up with y'all's scores. I do. And I am BB, I have to tell you, I have to tell all of y'all. So this has become my favorite crochet tool. This is a 6.0 Furl Odyssey. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you, BB. And I absolutely love this hook. It's lightweight and I crochet like a speed demon. Like I told you, I have 44 rows left on this panel. And then it's just a matter of adding. Now, there's a possibility that those 44 rows could have been done yesterday. Well, then why was that not the case? Very, very simple. And I'm so glad you asked. Either I have a trickster or my hooks like to play games on me because this was missing in action most of the day yesterday. And it's so weird because ever since I got this hook, I sleep with this hook. I can reach out at any point of my resting time and put my hands on this hook. Yesterday, when I was taking my first nap, I moved everything off the bed around me, including my hooks. And I guess my hook got upset because we had never spent any time apart. When I went to the doctor Monday, this hook went with me. It did. I walk up to the kitchen, this hook goes with me. She went missing yesterday early. Yes, I sleep with it. I do. Call it an obsession, or what you want to call it, but I love my hook. I love my hook. And I did not want it to do what my 6.5 Susan Bates did, but it did it anyway. It got up and ran away from me. It got up and ran away from me. Because in my attempting to look for the hook, I'm looking all under the edges of the bed, back behind the bed, looking at everything that I touched yesterday, move stuff around, looking in the bathroom, looking in the closet. I'm looking to see if it got tangled up in clothes. I'm looking everywhere for my hooks. And I told you I get all kinds of short jokes because I'm comparatively speaking, the shortest thing in the house. The kids weren't here, just me and the CEO. So I come in the bedroom like this because I can still halfway do a back bend. I'm leaning all the way back. She's like, Mom, why don't you just let me? And I'm like, I'm closer to it anyway. She was like, we know that. Eye level. But you don't see it. So why don't you let me? Because I know you have problems with your back. I know that you have problems with your hips. I'm not going to put you through that. She bends down, swoop, right away. Here you go. So where did she sleep last night? With me. This is my Tinkerbell magic wand. Yes. But I can't wait to show you all the Big Dumb seasonal blanket workup. I can't wait to show you how this is going to turn out. I'm absolutely loving it. I did not want to close it completely in because I want it to be where you can rinse it. Make sure you get all the soap off of it. Yes. Make sure you get all of the soap off of it so that you won't be setting yourself up for soap scum and mildew, because things like that do happen in humid areas like the bathrooms and the kitchen. So wherever you choose to hang yours, please make sure it can get plenty of ventilation. But I think this is so gorgeous. Excuse me. Yep, I think this is so gorgeous. Okay, guys, we are at um 6 minutes after 1. And as always, you guys already know that I love you. You know this, but I want you always to practice self-love, because self-love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved, and you deserve the best. Please remember Kitty Lane told you. And remember Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, peace out, everybody.